Labor is once again desperately trying to push its green agenda as the New South Wales government announces it will spend millions of our money to roll out electric vehicle curbside charging stations.
Now, this is all part of a $209 billion commitment to charging infrastructure designed to convince EV-shy motorists to abandon their beloved petrol vehicles, something Chris Bowen has so far failed to do.
Even as I've been in the community, I've had many people say to me they're thinking about buying a new EV. They want their next vehicle to be a new EV, but they want to know there's enough charging.
A lot of people are thinking about buying an EV, worried about whether there's enough chargers. We're rolling out a charger once every 150 kilometres on our national highway network.
Car companies can continue to import any particular model they wish. No model will be mandatory, no model will be banned.
So the New South Wales government, they've given up the $3,000 subsidy they were paying to motorists in order to encourage them to buy an EV. Now they're going to use that money and more to put charging stations everywhere. I'm trying to remember, when was the last time a state government started opening petrol stations around the country?
Great question. That's a fantastic question.
The government are having to do it because no private enterprise wants to do it because people don't want to drive EVs. The New South Wales government would be better put to use that money by filling potholes. I mean, driving to the studio here this evening, there was a massive pothole so deep my car would have disappeared if I'd hit it, as I have the previous two times I've driven into work. We've got blackouts being threatened for New South Wales. At the very time they're putting new chargers everywhere saying, charge your cars. And what they're going to have to do, because 30% of households in Sydney are apartments, so they're going to have to put these charging stations in local council car parks. All that's going to reduce is parking spaces. And did you know, I bet you didn't, do you know what the fine is if you park your petrol vehicle in an EV parking spot? Have a guess.
What, $100? $200?
$2,200.
This is where it gets just ridiculous. Seriously. And I find this extraordinary, James, because the New South Wales government has made this extraordinary EV announcement on the same week that they actually extended the life of the Eraring Power Station, of course, showing that batteries, wind and solar are just not going to keep the lights on. But hey, we'll just roll out the EV chargers, that's fine. What I found most extraordinary about this announcement was that they're going to put these charging ports from Sydney to Newcastle, right? So it's all well and good. You want to travel in your electric vehicle from Sydney to Newcastle, park your car for 8 hours, charge it up in Newcastle, but then you want to, continue going north or to the rest of this broad and big, beautiful state, and you just hope that you make it north at some point to the border of Queensland, James, sometime before Christmas, whether or not there is even a charger up there. And this is the problem with the infrastructure. There is not enough infrastructure to support this rollout. Except that all of our viewers in Newcastle will be saying, Danica, why would you want to drive any further north than Newcastle? Well, you never know. You might want to go to the Northern Rivers. I don't know.
Before we move on.
I don't know. Well, I just want to say that according to the New South Wales government's own figures, James, there's only 12,000 people in the state that own an electric vehicle. Right. That is a complete drop in the ocean. To be spending this money is extraordinary. I had to laugh. Labor's MP for Coogee, Dr. Marjorie O'Neill, she said today, you can recharge your car while you relax on the beach. Well, that's lovely if you live in Coogee, but it'll take you a day on the beach till your car gets recharged. 8 hours, exactly.